Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning and best wishes for all of us. Your Excellency, Mr. President, Your Excellency, Heads of State and Government, Your Excellency, Mr. General Secretary, and Your Excellency, all of delegates. Greetings from me and the Indonesian people to all of you. I want to thank you for this change, and I hope that this General Assembly will bring peace and prosperity to the whole world and humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, the world is currently experiencing various problems that need to be resolved, one of which is problems about global warming. This problem continues to increase today without us knowing it, and many of us ignore this problem. Global warming is so familiar to us. I'm sure that everyone knows what is global warming. But let me give you a quick explanation about it. Global warming is the increased average temperature of the Earth's surface and the ocean since the mid-20th century and is continuing up to today. But why do we have to worry about the small change of Earth's temperature? It turns out that this small change of temperature was not a temporary condition, but it is for a long period of time. Every day, this condition results in small change which accumulates to be a massive change that has enormous impact on the world. The iceberg in the North Pole slowly melted and turned into sea water. You may say that it is just water and a small amount of it, but imagine if this condition happens every day. Just wait until the whole area of the North Pole is melted and the water will be enough to drown an island or even bigger. Ladies and gentlemen, global warming is actually caused by some of our daily activities which produce a high amount of carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbon, methane, nitrous oxide, and any gases considered to be greenhouse gases which create a greenhouse effect. These greenhouse gases will trap the heat and light from our environment and sun, which eventually rise the temperature of Earth's surface. The effect of global warming is the climate change that causes sea level rise, water scarcity in some regions, change in mountain snowpack, and adverse health effects from warmer temperatures such as the spread of disease, virus, heat stroke, heat exhaustion, respiratory problems due to air pollution, and even casualties due to large floods. According to the IPCC report, the Earth's temperature is threatened to increase to 1.5 degrees Celsius per 2030. This increased the threat of drought, forest fires, and food crisis. Ladies and gentlemen, global warming temperatures will continue to increase has led world leaders to act. But world leaders failed to curb climate change in 2020. 127 countries have adopted net zero emission targets, but too many governments are still expanding their fossil fuel industries. In this case, world leaders need to be urged to prioritize overcoming global warming by 2021. Climate change is a side effect of energy consumption from fossil fuel. That energy consumption is really critical for human well-being, but we don't supply as much energy as we need to globally right now. So, the real challenge is how to ensure that all people on earth have access to the energy that's necessary for well-being while simultaneously stabilizing the climate system. And in order to stabilize the climate system, the key about global warming and climate change is the total global emissions. Ladies and gentlemen, after know the severities of global warming, I think that every country and every person must have awareness to take efforts to prevent global warming. Indonesia strives to achieve the goals of the Paris Agreement, where in 2020 it is expected to reduce emission by 26% and in 2030 to reach 29% or even up in 41% if supported by the international community. There are three aspects that affect emission reduction. First, rejuvenate the forest. Second, the use of renewable energy that's still relatively small, only 7% of the total, and it is hoped that by 2025 it can increase by up to 20%. Third, the contribution from the transportation sector, where we must improve the quality of the environment, especially air, and ensure that transportation can be more efficient. To achieve the Sustainable Development Goals of 2030, Indonesia prepares a policy in the form of low carbon development based on four pillars. First, preventing deforestation and reforesting or replanting forests. Second, improve environmental quality, both water and air. Third, improve agricultural productivity without having to expand the land. Fourth, encouraging renewable energy and energy conservation. Ladies and gentlemen, this problem has become everyone's concern, starting from scientists, scholars, politicians, and a lot of public figures. It shows us that global warming is not your problem or my problem, but it is our problem, and only by standing together that we can solve this problem. I believe that we have the same goal. My final word is a good state is a state where people care about others and are aware of their environmental condition. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.